Hey, good morning, traders. How we doing? How was your day yesterday? You guys do all right? I had I took a hit and then I took a half a hit. I don't know. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. That's okay. Being chart readers, swing traders, we can get back on the horse and start the day anew. Uh, I was just showing you guys like this is where I was working yesterday. Out of all this mess, people talk about, oh, I've got, this, and this. And that's fine. It makes sense to some people. It doesn't make sense to me. I can't look at too much data or too much information before I get really confused. And I'm just trying to trade, right? Where do I put the nail and hit it? So just getting into to this. Oh, but before we do that, let's check the news. Make sure we're on the same page here. We're on the Thursday, the 21st. Couple of announcements coming out. Unemployment claims came out overnight. Nothing too major till tomorrow. And then tomorrow it's all overnight stuff and 7 a.m. stuff for some sales stuff for the United States over here. And then before we get too deep in the woods, just checking out the hourly. Still climbing. There's our 50. There's your traders that want to trade the 50. Just put a proper stop in there somewhere. I don't know where. I don't know where. But that's, like I said, it gives me an idea of where I want the swing to kind of start to, I don't know what the right word is. Mature, turn. Um, it's just a number, but I pay attention to it to help me not get into trouble, I guess. Just staying out of trouble. The whole business is just staying out of trouble, right? So yesterday I was following the market up, didn't see much. When the market's in this flux, I really am not looking for down trades. I'm following the impulse leg for sure, and this is, I got stopped out over here, so that's probably why actually I didn't get stopped out. I'll have to think about that. So I was just following along, doing my thing, and I got into a trade right here. Not this trade. This trade worked. Here's a 3-to-1 trade. I posted it on the post that we have over there on the website. I did it another way, the way that didn't work. And I'm just trying to get my notes together here. And how did I see that? And why did I do that? Well, I'm not going to waste your time. Yeah, I can't remember. I only took 2 trades too. I got smoked on one. I saw this, and that coil just got me thinking. Like I was going up with the flow. Oh, let's get this out of here. I can't see. I got to be able to see. I was going up with the flow. I saw the shelf start to form in here somewhere. Dang it. And I'm looking at my notes too. Anyhow, I somehow got tangled up in this mess. And maybe what I was doing is I was looking at this. Man, I don't know. I don't know. I wasn't obviously fully connected to what I was doing. Maybe it'll come to me. But yesterday, there was a handful of trades that worked. I'll tell you one thing I did. I got long down here for my trade and a half. Um, I saw the impulse leg. First of all, I, I noticed that price had stopped right here and then it started to pull up, right? So, like price came down here and it's starting to make this whole thing. I guarantee you it's going to come to me once I start mapping this out where my idea got popped. And I was just and honestly, guys, you do the same thing, right? We expect this to continue. We expect this price to can go up into here and take out the high. And I am not um, immune to that. I was guilty of that. I had this drawn up here, right? Here's the pressure cooker, and maybe it hit obviously before right beforehand. Oh, I know where I was at. I know where I was at. I was in here. I was trying to buy this piece. I was trying to buy this little shelf, right? Impulse leg, test on the backside, and go. And then I just got wiped out. I I got smoked. I was here. Um, I actually even think I was here because I felt like this was too high on the swing. So I took a big chunk on that, and I was wrong. It's not like um, you know, look at it. It's not like I was trying to make. I got my you know mediocre shelf, and I was thinking like everybody else, we're just gonna just barrel through this thing like this thing here, and then I wanted to be below something, and I remember thinking I wanted to be here. But then I was just like, this just didn't feel like it was in the right place. You know what I'm saying? Like there wasn't enough time had gone through, but I made it up in my head. But I still, I was like, well, if I get down here, is it really going to take out this guy? I mean, is it? Yeah, it will. So that popped me out. That was my first idea that didn't work. And guys, remember, I'm a 30 to 40% win rate. I'm not claiming, I'm not bragging about this. I'm just telling you what the realistic numbers are. People want to say all kinds of stuff. Go for it. I don't need to see your numbers. I know what your numbers are. I don't need to see it unless you have a very tight knit or tight like scalping strategy or something like that. I can pump those numbers up too if I wanted to, but I don't because I don't want to play that game. So that was my first trade. My second trade was down here after I watched all this happen, and I have this little guy here. See, I don't mind working on the smaller stuff to get into the bigger stuff. Now, here's what my mistake was. Price comes out, I get in on that bar. I am stoked, ready to, I'm, measuring out my risk. I'm gonna say, okay, Mike, we're gonna go for the moon today because heck, we've got a lot of room to cover up, right? I was up. I was my target was up here. Like we're gonna take a nice 5-1. Let's get out of here. Well, what happened? I got nervous. After all these years, I got nervous, and I just moved to break even, or like right in here somewhere. I think I moved to like right in here somewhere. Like after this one here took off, I think I moved to like right there, and then it just barreled me. I don't know why I moved it so fast. It was 11 o'clock. I didn't have to close. I didn't have to do that. And it's, I take it to the next lesson, take it to the next trade. right? Because this worked, right? My impulse changed my bottom line. There's a perfectly good 3-to-1 trade. I would have been out at 11:45. Had a nice lunch. Everything's cool. Made up for my dumb mistake before, and walk away with a little cheddar for the day. And that's the and I don't even know how to describe this as a trader. I mean, my mentor even talks about it. Like he does stuff like that too, because your mood or your whatever, it has nothing to do with price, got in the way of what it was. I ultimately didn't want to lose, right? I didn't want to lose any more money. I already took a hit. I didn't want to take another one. And even though this all made sense to me and all this stuff, it still didn't. I couldn't put it together. I couldn't handle it. I was like, okay, I'm on my way, and then it pulled back into this. Just leave it alone. Just leave it alone. This one up here, not the best idea ever. That's fine. But these are the ones that I really struggle, and I take it with me to the next trade. Today I'm going to be like, you know what? I'm not moving my stop. And sometimes that works out. Like, you'll say I'm not moving my stop, and then the next thing you know, you get just barrel rolled because you're like, oh, I'm not taking my stop. Whatever. So that was my day. Uh, but I was just following the swings, right? Out of all this stuff that you guys have, these things that we are dealing with as traders, the news, the Fibonacci retracement, which Bollinger Band do I want to follow? Tell me more about the RSI. What is it that makes this work? And it's you. You're the one that makes this work. You want to be good at Fibonacci retracements? Okay, then all I'm going to do is buy the 50, and I'm going to learn how to trade the 50. I'm in here. Here I am. Where's my stop? Your real stop is down here, which is impossible. But maybe you're down below some structure. Maybe you're down below something that worked out. There's a 3-to-1 trade right there. It worked out. Doesn't happen all the time. My numbers don't jive with it. But my point is get good at whatever it is you're trying to do and understand what it is you're trying to do. I know what swing I'm trading. I know what I'm looking for. I mean, step 1, impulse. Step 2, shelf. Step 3, wash. Step 4, a retest. Step 5, and enter. This one almost makes it. This one's pretty close. It just didn't come down far enough. Would that have worked? Heck yeah. You only need 3 of these, 4 of these a week, guys. Once you get to a certain point, you're going to realize after you lose money and after you go through the whole emotional roller coaster of trading, you're going to be like, oh man, all I need is a couple of these a week. That's why I don't sweat it. I don't sweat it. I got to trade today and tomorrow, and my week's great. I'm already up for the month. I'm already doing okay. I'm not like, uh, buying Rolexes over here. I'm a dad that's got to put some kids to college. So I got to make sure this isn't about me. This is about getting better at this stuff. And that's why I'm documenting. Guys, get a YouTube channel. Document your stuff. This has helped my trading so much because I think about it now because I'm going to have to talk about this. I'm going to have to show my embarrassing trades. So you guys are like, oh, wow, that's, happens to everybody. Yeah, it happens to everybody. I'm not claiming anything here, man. Anybody that says they don't make mistakes in this business is just not being honest with you. They're just taking your money. Speaking of which, for $25 a month, you get fresh data over at Patreon. This is live, or not live, but this comes out prior to 7 a.m. And you just kind of get your pre-workout push-ups. Oh yeah, okay, this is that. This is a real life trader that's that's in the trenches trying to make a living at this thing. I've had a couple of shipwrecks that have grounded me in this business, and that's a beautiful 3-to-1 trade right there out of the belly. Out of the belly. How many of those do you want? Right? I'm gonna take a picture of that. I'm gonna put that on the thing. That's what I want. I want to have good And I love it because it's like I can just sit back and read a chart and say, nope, not ready. Nope, not ready. Nope. Okay. Oh, all right. Here we go. What's going to happen? I see this thing coming up here at 11:45. Okay, I'm gonna go make a sandwich, and I'm gonna make a salad, and I'm gonna make a phone call, and I'm gonna come back here. I'm gonna check on this. Okay. Oh, it dropped. It's coming down. Oh yeah. Okay. So like this half an hour has gone by, right? And then okay. Oh, here it goes. It's starting to go up. Let's see if it hits it. Boom. There we go. There we go. And not that I want to trade at 12:15 on a Wednesday because it's outside of my range. It does work. I'm not saying it doesn't. You can trade. There's people that trade the last hour of the day because look at the energy. Look at all that energy that came out of that. And where did it come from? It came from this coil, right? This is just a coil, like a snake getting ready to bite, gathering its energy, and then it just pops. Boom. And it leaves you a nice, probably a 5-to-1, 6-to-1. You think it has 6-to-1? Oh, what did I do? 6-to-1. Let's see if we can do 6. Bingo. Bingo. 6-to-1. Those don't happen a lot. They happen, but they don't happen a lot. And I know guys that that's all they do. 6-to-1. They don't have to. They don't. Because trading is not about sitting in front of your computer trying to maximize your. It is trying to maximize your profit. I shouldn't say that, but it is. For me as a discretionary trader, I don't have to be in the market to make this happen. I'm not managing other people's money. I'm managing myself. I'm managing my own money, which creates an entirely different environment for myself. I don't have to be in front of the computer. I don't want to be in front of the computer. I make my money off the trades I make, not percentages and stuff like that. I guess that's how the prop firms work. I don't know. I've never been invited. I hear stories, but to me, it's just a story. So we have buyers down here getting into today's lesson or today's breakdown. We have another coil. Look at the expansion coming out of that coil. So that's just an impulse, right? Impulse is up, right? And then get curious. Does this play out? I see a little wash. I see a couple things. I love this. I love seeing it actually work because it just confirms that what we're doing here is not magic. It's not a secret. It's just the natural flow of the market. It goes up, it comes down, it goes up, it comes down, it goes up and up and down, and creates this beautiful pattern of flow over time, over and over and over and over and over again. Is it perfect? No. Can you lean into it? Yes. Can you turn it into a business? Yes. 3-to-1, right? So we have an impulse leg and we have a pullback, right? So you see the impulse leg got popped, right here. And this is kind of a weak little, not weak is not the right word, but it's not too exciting of a wash. And this is where this is one thing I do struggle with. And I can say, well, it hasn't even come close to the 50, right? So and this is another interesting thing is about the 50 is that if I see it come down to the 50 and I catch a little dinker coming out of there, I can still, I know the way that the motion's going. I know that price is going to go up, come back, and fill that space up again. So why I do this is because I want to. Why I like a pullback like that is because I have a little more confidence that price is going to head back up in that direction. There's what is it? An object in motion stays in motion, and so that kind of concept comes into play. This is getting longer than it needs to be. I guarantee you, if you're here still, then drop me a like because I'm the only one doing this. So that's, kind of what we're looking for. Still following the impulse leg. That's an impulse leg here, right? I'm not trading that right now. I'm trading this other one, but that's an impulse leg. So we have some pieces of the puzzle coming together. It's about 6 a.m. on a really wet Thursday here in California. Have a cyclone river of doom coming our way. All I need is the internet. And yeah, this is where we're at. Do you guys see the next one? Do you see the next one? I get so excited. I like the little guys. The little guys turn into big guys. The little guys turn into big guys. That's really all you need, right? To see this thing play out. An impulse leg, draw your shelf, and then it just shows up like a piece of, I don't know. Anyhow, guys, I'll be back in a couple hours. Do some more trader talk. All right, later.